Hello, friends, and welcome. My name is Jim Bunch, and I want to welcome you to the Power Hour. If you can hear the sound of my voice, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you can hear the sound of my voice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your patience. We've had a first ever at Power again. As you know, we've done many a firsts. First cloud-based solar company, first to raise $1 million through an equity crowd fund, first cost of goods model. Well, tonight we had a first crash on our technology. So the energy is so high backstage that we must have blown up Zoom or something. So thank you for making this migration over and being patient. I know that it's Monday Night Football. My wife texted me and said, hey, I'm missing my Monday Night Football. So I really appreciate and respect that you are here. And we have an incredible presentation for you tonight. For those of you who are brand new, do me a favor and type over into the chat that you are brand new. And if you remember who invited you here, you know, Powur has been doing something that has never been done in the industry, the clean industry before, and we're super proud of that. And it's because of people who are getting a hold of this vision and this mission and helping us accelerate the adoption of clean energy worldwide. And I don't know about you, raise your hand if you think that the future is going to be better when our energy systems are clean. We power our cars and our homes and our lifestyles off of clean energy. I do too, right? Well, tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to meet a couple amazing people. They're backstage right now. They're fired up to get out here. The first person you're going to meet has become a dear friend of mine. His name is Jonathan Brunasso. And Jonathan has been in the solar industry for a number of years. He was with 2 publicly traded companies. Last summer, he actually won our Powur Summer Contest. He won a brand new Tesla. And he did that because he's so passionate about helping homeowners make the decision to go clean energy. And one of the things he was sharing with me backstage is one of his secret weapons, one of his tools in his tool belt has been this organization called BNI, Business Networking International. And BNI is one of the largest franchises in the world. They have more members and more franchises than any other organization. And they're focused on helping powerful business owners build profitable networks and relations. So they're going to be sharing tonight how that is done. And Jonathan Brunasso is one of their, I would say, testimonials, if you will, because he has won one of the contests here. He's always in the top leaderboards at Powur, and he brought BNI to the table and said, hey, let's do something together. Let's accelerate the adoption of clean energy. So tonight, Jonathan's going to share with you this incredible story of Powur, and then he's going to introduce you to Michelle from BNI and talk about this new relationship. And for those of you who have your cameras on, we're going to be doing a raffle. So stay engaged, stay connected, keep communicating in the chats, and please help me welcome up Mr. Jonathan Brunasso to the stage. Here we go. Game on. All right, brother. Go light him up.
Thank you, sir.
You
Appreciate it. Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Especially a big welcome to our guests. And, you know, for those of you that don't know, Charles Thompson, one of our field leaders, just got married here over the weekend. Shout out to Charles and Evangeline. I think that's maybe why the stage wasn't working. It just had so much energy and love from that wedding. So anyways, my name's Jonathan Brunasso. Jim, thank you. And a big shout out to everyone here tonight. Pete, I see you. Chris, everyone that's on here. John, yep, it's great to see you guys. So tonight we have a special speaker and an organization, like Jim said, that's really led to a lot of my success. And I felt compelled to share this and get it into Powur's DNA and make it part of our culture, because networking, who thinks networking is important or can lead to your net worth, right? That cliche saying, your network is your net worth, right? And when I think of some of the highest net worth individuals, they have the largest sphere. They have the largest connections out there, right? Maybe it's Facebook, LinkedIn, the people they know, the city councilmen they know, the business owners that they know, the contractors, the roofers, the painters. So, you know, it's really led to a lot of my success. So I've been doing solar and real estate for over 7 years now. And I used to work for Solar City and Tesla, did some real estate, and then tried to work at Sunrun for a while. Did pretty good there. When you're a top performer there, you get a bottle of champagne and a pair of socks. But at Powur, where I've been for over 2.5 years, last year I won the summer sales contest, like Jim said, winning a Tesla. And it's a really exciting time right now in Powur because we just finished our summer sales contest. The winners will be announced next week. And man, Powur just got acclaim for the fastest growing nationwide solar company, Inc. 61. We just came off of a WeFunder. You guys know how much we raised on that WeFunder pre-IPO that just ended? Type it into the chat. $8 million. Thank you, Jason. Yes, so it's a very exciting time for Powur, what we're accomplishing in such a short amount of time, and a very exciting time for solar and this industry. So I can't wait for the next speaker. I'm actually really jazzed, and at the end of that, we are going to have an announcement for an event that you're not going to want to miss. So again, big welcome to all the guests out here tonight, all the Powur Solar family and warriors out there. We're going to go through a quick business presentation, and then we're going to hear from another amazing speaker that flew in to be with us today. So we're going to talk about who we are, who Powur is, our economic model. We're also going to talk about the solutions that we offer. And ultimately, if you think this is the right place to be and the right family and culture, then you should definitely look into joining. One of the coolest parts about Powur is their culture, right? The people that you get to work with, the family and friends that you develop, the leaders along the way you get to work with, the events that we have here. So this video is going to show you a little bit about the background and the backstory of how Powur came to be from our visionary, Jonathan Budd, the CEO. Let's go ahead and play that video.
From the beginning, Powur has always been about how do we solve the biggest challenges facing our planet, and how do we help people create a rewarding, abundant, meaningful income and livelihood through participating. And the reason why that's at the heart of our company is because that's what I needed. That's what I was searching for.
Have fun, my friends. We'll see ya.
I get a call from Jim Bunch, and he says, hey, I'm going to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance. I think you should come down here with us. And I'm just like, you know, sure, I'll just up and go to the Amazon rainforest next week. You know, not many people are going to say yes to that invitation, but I felt that I had to be there. I knew I was at a turning point in my life. I was looking for something more.
We are trudging through the rainforest right now. We have two guides, Ashwar guides, who are completely native. Their culture has been living in this forest for thousands of years. They just made contact with the outside world only to really form an alliance to protect this rainforest from oil companies and mining companies and companies that literally will come in and just turn all of this into a desert. There they are. Keep your wings down there.
But it was during one of the initiations that I had the vision for Powur.
The journey continues, my friends. Continues.
In the middle of the Amazon, there's drumming and singing and chanting and all this going on, and I hear this voice say, you are meant to go back and start the first crowdsourcing platform for solar energy. It was clear as day. And that's when I knew. I knew what my life purpose was. From that point forward, I knew what I had to do. It was a vision that literally came from that forest.
Being in the rainforest, there are many lessons that Jonathan and I got down there that we brought back to the company. And I remember for myself, one of the things that was crystal clear was how connected everything is. And what we do makes a huge impact. When you hire and you recruit and you train and deploy people based on what they value most, you create a synergy that's incredible. When you align those values with a clear mission and a clear vision, you create synergy.
The vision of Powur is to accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy worldwide. Our mission And I want you to take this in, because when you join us, this is going to become your mission too, and I want it to be real for you, and I want you to be excited about it. Our mission is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And the way that we're going to do that is through decentralization. It's not about having one giant utility or one giant company anymore. It's really about creating platforms that empower the crowd to participate in everything. And the way that we're going to install millions of solar panels on homes every year as one community, as one company, as one platform, is through a crowdsourced model. If we build a platform that allows the crowd to do it, that allows the entire ecosystem of solar to participate, then we can reach the kind of scale that at Powur we dream about, that we're focused on, and that we are going to achieve. And this is your invitation to join us.
Pretty cool video about our vision, culture, and how the company really came to be. And that famous quote here at Powur by Buckminster Fuller, to change things, don't try to fight the existing reality, build a new model that makes the old model obsolete, right? A lot of the things that we do in our lives with platforms and online apps and all these things these days has really changed the old reality. I sometimes say this is not your mom and dad's company. This is definitely a new, cutting-edge, revolutionary company. And the economic model of Powur is that they truly believe the individual solar sales professional is solving the biggest challenge in solar. We are the ones that are finding the homeowners, collecting the electric bills, proposing and showing people the value of solar. And Powur truly recognizes that we deserve the biggest amount of that. And this next video is going to walk you through why the economic model makes more sense. This is not a classic red line or people are at different price points. When you see the economic model and you understand it, the cost of goods model, it's truly revolutionary in the industry. So let's go ahead and watch that video and I'll be back up.
When we started Powur, we were looking at all of the ways that we could really help solve the challenges inside of solar. And it became super clear to us really quickly that the challenge that needs to be solved in solar energy today is customer acquisition. We've got the technologies. We have all the tools. We have the workforce. We could be installing as much solar energy as you can imagine right now. What's missing is the customer adoption. It's the societal adoption. And that's why we built the first model in the world to pay the people who solve the biggest challenge in solar the most. And that's you.
Your decision to be part of the future of solar and renewable energy really comes down to a choice of two pathways. An outdated get a job, work for a company model where you go to work for a solar company. Maybe you might even receive some leads that are often sold to multiple companies. The commissions are often equivalent to solar minimum wage. There is little chance for personal or professional growth, and there are often geographical boundaries. There's nothing scalable about the technology and nothing to secure your personal or economic future. It's a job, plain and simple. That simply doesn't work or make sense in today's world. Not in the new and thriving platform economy of today.
We live in the age of platforms. Uber did not become the largest ride-sharing company on earth because they went out and they bought, millions of taxis and hired millions of drivers. They created a platform that allowed anyone to share a ride with anyone else through their app, and they crowdsourced it. Real estate. The old way was you walk into Prudential, there's an agent there paying $500 a month for their desk or whatever it is, and that's how real estate was done, right? The new way is EXP. It's a totally virtual brokerage platform that allows any real estate agent to sign up and offer real estate anywhere in the world that eXp operates in with the biggest commissions. And they became the fastest growing real estate company in the world. Let's look at the old way of doing solar and the new way of doing solar with the Powur model. The old way was you went to work for a solar company. So you basically had a job or you worked for a dealer somewhere and you earn money in one way and one way only when you sell. And fundamentally, you are a local or regional construction company of some kind. That's the old way. Now let's look at the Powur way. We have a cloud-based virtual platform that allows you to work from anywhere and sell solar to anywhere as long as you have access to your iPhone, right? You get 4 different methods for earning. You have the biggest commissions in the industry instead of the littlest because the majority of revenue gets shared with you through this platform-based model. You have 3 other ways to earn: passive, mentorship, and equity. You have a scalable technology platform so everything's under one roof, and we're decentralizing and crowdsourcing the fulfillment and the customer acquisition so we don't have the barriers to scale that the predecessors had in the past.
If you're looking at solar, you may not be aware of how incredible this opportunity is. There are 130 million homes that are plugged into what we know as the dirty energy grid. 90 million of those homes are eligible for solar, and at this point, a little over 3.5 million have actually made the transition to solar. So you're looking at a virtually untapped industry as we know it today. So let's talk about what's happening in the industry itself. What's driving it is the homeowner can go solar with absolutely nothing out of pocket, 0 out of pocket. They increase the value of their home by 4 to 6%. And they are going to lock in the cost of their energy. So they never have to worry about the rising cost of energy again from the energy that we're producing from their panels. There has never been a product or service in my career that I could say does that much good, creates so much impact, and makes you great income at the same time. And how we make income is by having access to something called cost of goods.
So if you are a solar sales professional at literally any other solar company in the world except for Powur, this is how it works for you. You get a price to go sell solar at. Call it your red line. And your company might say, okay, this is your price and anything you sell over here, you get to keep. And then the company, you don't have any idea what their margins are, by the way, but the company gets to keep everything underneath that price, and you get to keep whatever is over that price. And that's how every single solar company in the world works, except for Powur. Powur is the only company in the world that offers a transparent cost of goods business model. What this means is that we give you, as a selling price, the actual cost of goods to install that system. Whatever it costs, we look at the labor, we look at the construction, we look at the equipment, we look at the permit fees, just the fixed cost of goods to install that system. That is your selling price. So when you sell a project with Powur, you get the cost of goods as your selling price, and then whatever the profit is, you keep 70% and Powur keeps 30%.
You compare that to the traditional company who would pay $2,000 to $3,000. Powur pays over $7,000 on average, and that is over double what most traditional companies pay. You can sell in all of the states in which we have coverage, and all of that is managed for you through the back office in Powur. They also handle the accounting, all of the operations, everything that's necessary, and then pay you for every single deal, every single day.
My team provides all the support you need to present your solar proposals and get your documents signed easier than any other solution in the industry. The Powur solution makes it so simple to get a proposal. Within minutes of entering a lead into our system, you have a dynamic proposal back all under one platform. The proposal allows you to control how many panels go on your customer's home, change equipment, control their energy offset, adjust your commission, margin, any adders required for the job, Plus, you get to qualify all of your customers for financing and issue them final loan docs to sign within minutes. You have a dedicated sales support team to assist you in signing every customer, and once your customers are signed, you have a dedicated project manager to assist you and your customer along every step of the way, all the way to installation. I've worked at so many of the biggest solar companies in the industry for the past decade, and I swear I've never seen a platform like Powur where it's easy to sell, you get paid as much as you do, and we're here to support you every step of the way.
This is your chance to join the most disruptive platform that has entered into the solar industry in over a decade and really participate and reap the rewards. Join us. This is the time.
All right. You know, when I see that video, I really think, man, that's why Powur has been awarded Inc. 61, right? 61st fastest growing privately held company in the country out of millions and millions of companies. And also, this shirt, Freedom, Tom Cotter just did a post. You know, if you could have financial freedom, inner freedom, location freedom, or time freedom, which one would you have? Type it into the chat, those freedoms. Financial, location, time, or inner freedom? That's a tough one. Yeah, all the above. And I think that this platform allows us to do that, right? It's very similar to eXp Realty, where Marisa is an eXp realtor at. It's very similar to Airbnb that Michelle stays at, Uber that Chris uses, right? We all have this platform economy. And that's the true magic at Powur. So let's go through the 4 unique ways of earning. This is what I saw 2.5 years ago. This is also why I'm with eXp Realty. The first way of earning is the cost of goods model, literally a 70-30 split on the true transparent cost of goods. It's shown to us how much the panels cost, the sales tax cost, the batteries cost, and it's up to us to deliver the best value to our homeowners. So 70-30 split on the cost of goods. The second way that we earn here at Powur is something special. It really differentiates this company. It's called the Mentor Program. And the Mentor Program works like this. If you're new to sales, new to solar, you have to do 3 deals with a mentor. You're learning from the best people, right? The Tom Cotters, the Chris Brunassos, the different mentors that are out there right now, the Iselas, the JC Rangels, everyone on the platform that is a mentor, you can learn from, and you will split the commission. On average, a lot of our deals are $6,000, so you'll each earn $3,000 with the Mentor Program. And if you are a solar professional joining us for the first time, you just have to do 1 deal with a mentor, and they're going to be there to support you. Your mentors are here to support you. Your leadership, your team is here to support you, and Powur has a lot of support as well. The third way to make money here at Powur is a revenue share program. Now, there's companies out there that just are 80-20, and they just keep the 20%. Or they may not even share the cost of goods, and you don't know if they're making more than you are on your deals. But here at Powur, it's a 70-30 split. And then they give back half of that 30% in a revenue share model. So that way you don't have newer reps on a higher baseline, a higher cost of goods, a higher red line. Everyone comes in here at an even playing field. You know, when I try to look at other companies or they're recruiting me, I don't like that other people are at a higher price than other people. Honestly, and it's one of the coolest things here. Everyone gets the same cost of goods. And that model is sustainable. It is not a revolving door. And we will truly keep the people that we have here. The fourth way to make money here at Powur is the equity ownership plan. And like I mentioned earlier, we just finished an $8 million WeFunder raise, pre-IPO raise. If you've heard the name Paul Wanowski, he used to be a Sunrun COO. He's joined our board of directors and invested very heavily. I think this rocket ship is taking off, and owning equity and stocks is extremely valuable. So on your first installation with us here at Powur, you're going to get 25 stock options. Who out there owns any stocks, ETF, mutual funds, 401k, Yep, it's pretty high right now. So it should definitely be part of your portfolio. And we're one of the only solar companies that give you ownership. Then we take it a step further. There's yearly performance goals. So if you achieve 25 installations in a year, you get 250 stock options, and 50 installations in a year will get you 1,250 stock options, with discounted options going to be available soon as well. So Powur truly gives you all the solutions. Just like Rachel McDonald said, you get a dedicated project manager, operations manager, you get a chat line. Your homeowners will get a dedicated app that they could download. They're going with a nationwide company, not a Chuck and Larry down the street in a truck, right? The warranties that we offer here really differentiate us. Training, you don't have to worry about it. If you have a team or a company, or you're worried about bringing on people and helping them train them, Powur already has the model plugged in for you. It's plug and play. There's daily live coaching and training on Powur Calendar. There's success systems, onboarding. There's trainings initially when you get started, and lead generation, door-to-door, tons of trainings, and Powur University with hundreds and hundreds of trainings available at your fingertips. We also have a lot of mind-blowing events, right? We have one coming up in December that you really should mark your calendars on. It's going to be an amazing event with big announcements. I don't even know what they are, but I'm being told they're really big. So we have Zoom events on the virtual 360 stage. We're going to hopefully go to in-person events so I could see you all next year in person and we can interact as one team here. So lots of events already done for you, and we have a national footprint. We've expanded into a few new states shown here recently: Idaho, Utah, Colorado's exciting, Florida, Texas, and California are some of our largest markets, and only 1 or 2 states require a license. If you don't have one, you can get one, or you can work with a mentor that already has one. So let's wrap this up to get on to the next speaker, because I'm excited. So a couple more things here. There's going to be more commission, more ownership, and more freedom here at Powur. There's 4 types of income that really differentiates you, right? I was a W-2 employee at my prior company. I was good as the last home I left and the next home I had to find. As good as the last cold lead door knocking. And, now totally different. So 4 ways of earning, 70-30 split that we covered, mentorship income, revenue share, passive income, as well as equity ownership. So let's roll a quick video to hear from some of the top performers, top income earners, why they chose to be with Powur.
My name is Melissa Dawson. I travel around meeting people and selling solar and coaching people how to sell solar with Powur.
My name is Jonathan Brunasso, and I'm a full-time solar consultant.
My name is JC Rangel, and I am a sales consultant with Powur Energy.
My name is Charles Thompson. I am a field leader with Powur.
I'm Chris Chibangu. When I was exposed to what Powur did, I was just blown away.
Yo soy María Salazar. Hace 25 años llegué a este país, como llegamos la mayoría de las personas, buscando el famoso sueño americano.
My name is Edgardo Gonzalez. I'm from Puerto Rico. It's been a great journey, working full-time in the solar industry.
The reason I decided to join Powur is because I saw the online platform and the 4 unique ways of earning.
Powur's vastly different than any solar company in the industry. What Powur has done is they've changed the way this industry looks at the most important person in the company, the consultant, the person who's representing the company to the homeowner.
I knew nothing about solar when I got started, nothing. But that wasn't an excuse. So the company has all of the resources, all of the trainings available, and if somebody really wants to go out there and learn the business, they can, and I'm a perfect example of it.
Extreme powerful training in sales, powerful training in solar, and then powerful training in mindset. Sales is over 90% mindset.
At the beginning, we were referring people to Solar City. We were making around $200, $500 per deal. And can you imagine Right now we make an average of $7,000 to $9,000 per deal. You could be good, but it's the vehicle. And Powur is the best vehicle you can find in the solar industry to do this, to achieve this.
And what a service that we provide. We provide solar, renewable, contributing to the evolvement of the planet, contributing to, in terms of legacy, to our kids. And Powur is, we only still at the beginning.
I like to be a part of businesses that have a future. I believe that for the next 2 decades, renewable energy, the solar industry is the industry to be in. Not only that, to me, solar is not really a sales pitch. Frankly, it's more like an IQ test. We could take a customer and cut their bill in half with 0 out of pocket, and that bill will never go up. Why would you not do that?
Sino de que estamos cuidando nuestra ciudad, nuestro planeta y nuestras futuras generaciones. Yo siempre a mis clientes les digo, mira, no es tanto el ahorro que tú vas a tener en el momento, sino ayudar a nuestras futuras generaciones.
The parts that I love the most about what I do with Powur is I get the ability to help others. That begins with helping people who've never sold solar before learn how to sell solar and how to change their life. Then what we do is help homeowners take control of their energy bill, lock that cost of the energy in, save anywhere from 5 to 40% on their energy bill every single month.
The solar installation is probably the most rewarding part. The homeowner's excited, and at that moment when you flip the switch on, no longer are you having to rely on your utility company. You're creating your own power and taking control back from the utility.
For me, it's about making an impact. We're on this planet for a small amount of time, so we need to be doing something bigger and better to help humanity.
Powur gives me the freedom to spend more time with my family. Powur gives me the freedom to work from home.
What surprised me about working with Powur is the culture and family that we have, where we have friends and family and teammates and mentors. We're all helping each other with this model. That is just something that I really feel and I didn't expect to have.
Powur ha cambiado mi vida de una manera increíble. Una de las cosas muy importantes que aquí podemos tener libertad financiera.
I work on my own terms, and that's what you do when you're empowered.
I'm just so grateful that Powur came into my life, and to know that I can take my power back to be me and to leave a legacy for this world that I did something good for it.
If you have been looking, stop looking. Make this your home and taste it for yourself. My mission is to help as many people as possible find that freedom. I'm honored to do it through the platform of Powur.
This is the movement, this is the culture, this is the company. We welcome you. Join us.
All right. So many cool leaders out there, like Chris T. I had the pleasure of hanging out with him yesterday. We've got Eric Garcia, Keenan here. We got so many leaders in this company that have really chose to make this their home and go all in, and they're being rewarded very handsomely. All right, so what does it take to join Powur? And what are the next steps? So Powur does have a $99 one-time onboarding fee. You're going to take your training, get your backend set up, your e-wallet set up, get plugged into the Powur University, take an onboarding, and get familiar with what we have to offer. And we have a $49 monthly reoccurring technology fee. That's to manage your own websites, your own landing pages, unlimited proposals designed for you by a designer, and much, much more. Access to Powur University and so many other tools that we offer you. Also, there's an optional $35 monthly virtual training platform with weekly, monthly, quarterly training from lead gen to mindset and personal development that many have found very, helps their business a lot. So we have that available to you, but truly, whoever sent you this video, you want to get back with them. You want to get your questions answered and really dive in head first. I think Powur is the platform in the industry, the family, the culture, the 4 unique ways of earning here with the Inc. 61 and the WeFunder raise and the trajectory that we're headed on. I really encourage you to get back with whoever sent you this video. because we're going to have a fun time. And this is rocket ship is really taking off. So that is enough from me about Powur's business model. Next up, and if you want to, let's get a little stand. And I know we had some technical difficulties. I know we've been sitting for a little while, and I always like to get a little stretch in, you know what I mean? So bring the energy level up. We got a little bit longer to go. Next up, I get to introduce someone that flew in here from Michigan. She left her family, left her kids. One of her kids has a birthday tomorrow, but she flew in here to our corporate headquarters. She is a director for the business development and global support team for BNI Networking Group. A quick story. 3 years ago, someone was telling me about BNI. And I'm like, man, I have to get to the breakfast at 7 a.m. every Wednesday. It's a weekly commitment. Like, you know what? I'll do this. I won't stay out late Tuesday. I'll get up early Wednesday. I'll get into the flow. And if I just sell one deal the whole year, that will be my bar. I will stand up in front of a room and do some public speaking and really try to elevate myself. That was my standard. And in the second year of BNI, I closed over 13 deals. And, do the math. So it truly works. I hope you listen to what she has to say. And at the very end, we're going to announce one more training that you will not want to miss. So please help me welcome everybody, Michelle Campbell, to the stage. Hey, yeah, welcome.
Great job.
Go get them.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here today, and I'm actually here because of a referral. So Mike Adre is a local executive director here in California, and he reached out to me and said, you know what, I have a referral for you. And guess who he referred to me? You can throw it in the chat. Yep. Jonathan. So thank you, Mike, for that referral, and thank you, Jonathan. And Jonathan then introduced me to everyone here at Corporate with Powur. So thank you all for being here. I will shorten things down just a little bit because I know you were super excited to be here and you want to stay until the very end. Please keep your cameras on because that's how you're going to be eligible to win that contest at the end. If you will, also in the chat, throw in, where are you from? You heard Jonathan mention, I'm from Michigan. I am a Michigan State Spartan, so go green. And I'm happy to be here today in California. So let's talk about what is BNI. There we go. What is BNI? BNI is the world's largest networking organization. We have members all around the globe, over 280,000 members to be exact, and over 10,000 chapters. We're in 74 different countries, but more importantly, this is a proven system of building relationships and generating referrals. With that, we were founded in 1985. So this isn't just, hey, we're going to give this a try. We've actually been around for over 36 years and super excited to continue that growth. And one of the things that we're doing is partnering with companies like Powur, especially those that have the same values as what we do. And we really want to make a positive impact, not only on you and the businesses around the world, but also what those impacts can do for others, just like Powur. So Powur and BNI, we partnered about 6-7 months ago or so, and it's been a great partnership so far, and we're looking forward to expand that partnership even more. In the last 12 months alone, members from BNI have reported over 2.2 million referrals that generated over $4 billion in closed business. Now, those are our global numbers. But that being said, we also want to talk about specifically in the U.S., on average, U.S. BNI members received 30 referrals per year. You heard Jonathan say he closed 13 deals in that very first year. Think about those referrals. Over 456,000 was closed in business. That means the average referral is over $1,700. So just out of curiosity, what do you think if you were to receive a referral? Now, when I'm talking about a referral, I'm not just someone hearing or talking about someone saying, hey, you need to call Mike, here's his phone number. I'm talking about a referral where someone says, hey, you need to call Mike, here's his phone number. Oh, by the way, he's expecting your phone call, and he knows you're going to talk to him about Powur. What do you think your conversion on those types of referrals would be? What percentage? So if you got those, how many referrals do you think you would need like that to be able to get one sale? Throw that in the chat if you would. Got 70%, 80%. Excellent. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about with Powur. With Powur, currently, we have 29 BNI members with Powur in BNI right now in the US. Now, I also know there's about 74 of you that are somewhere in the BNI chapter placement system. That being said, the one thing I am going to ask is if you are currently a BNI member today, I would love for you to pull up your profile in BNI Connect and make sure in your company name the word Powur is somewhere in your name. So if it was me, let's say, and I currently just have in there Campbell Solar, you would want to make sure you edit that to say Campbell Solar, a Powur company, or something along those lines. And the reason you want to do that is because we've partnered with Powur, we have some special trainings that are designed just for you guys and gals from Powur. And the only way you're going to get those invitations is when we search our BNI Connect system, Powur has to be in that company name. Otherwise, we won't know that you're part of Powur. So that being said, if you're a BNI member, make sure that's in there. If you're thinking about applying, make sure when you apply, you put Powur somewhere in your company name. Now, going back to some of the numbers that I asked you for conversion. So I want you to think about, what if your average commission was $5,000? And I know that's a pretty good, maybe even on the lower side of your commission. And let's say you averaged the 30 referrals that members in the US last year averaged, and let's say you only converted a third of those, right? That's a pretty good number in commission from just one source of marketing you can do. Now, the good news is I used only a third, right? A 33%. In the chat, I'm seeing 70, 80, 90, and that's really, if they're good, solid referrals, those are probably the better conversion percentages you will see. So let's talk about what most sales professionals say are their top priorities. Number one is lead generation, right? You have to have people to actually talk to about your product, right? Doesn't matter if you're talking about, financial planning like I did when I first started BNI, or if you're talking about solar, right? You have to have people to talk to about the impact that you're trying to make in business. The next is your close ratio, just like what I talked about, those conversions, right? Different leads will have different types of close ratios. There's only so much you can do to increase those close ratios. One of those things is training, which I'm glad you're all here tonight, and there's so many more trainings you can do to help impact yourself and your own Powur experience. And then, of course, customer retention, brand awareness, upselling, and so forth. So number one, though, is lead generation. Where are our most effective leads generated from? Well, number one is referral. 91% referrals, right? That's huge. Followed by also, online marketing, social media, paid social media, trade shows, all those kind of things. Those are all great lead sources, but the most effective are referrals. Here's the weird thing, though, for most business owners, right, and most sales professions. Where they spend their money, it isn't on referrals. Where they allocate their marketing dollars and their budget for marketing are on things like sponsorships, online ads, trade shows, so on and so forth. So I want to ask you, just really think about this. You don't need to put this in the chat, but just really reflect. How much money have you allocated from your marketing dollars to spend on generating more referrals? Just something to think about. And with that, we want to show you what BNI is, right? So BNI works if you treat it as your work, and our most successful members use BNI instead of just going to BNI? Just by a show of hands, how many of you have ever bought a gym membership? Raise your hand. I have, right? So you bought a gym membership. Now you don't need to do the rest, but you're more than welcome to play along with me. How many of you thought, hey, I'm gonna get up and go to the gym, and you maybe slept in and hit the snooze timer? Again, I know I have. You don't have to raise your hand. You can if you want, but that's happened to me. BNI is the same thing, right? You can go, but if you don't actually participate, you're not gonna get the results you say you desire. So it's like joining a gym. You can't just join. You actually have to go. You have to participate, right? You might need to get a trainer, or in our case, you might need to work with a mentor who's going to teach you how to use the equipment right so that you don't injure yourself. When it comes to BNI, you're going to work with your director consultants, your leadership teams, your education coordinators, your mentor coordinators, all the other people from our chapter that want to see you succeed, and they're going to help you also grow. So just to give you an idea of what a few of your peers are saying about you, and I saw Bill was on here as well, so give him a shout out, and thank you, Bill, for sending this testimonial in. But if you read this testimonial, you'll see I highlighted here that Bill said he couldn't be happier than the decision to join BNI. So thank you, Bill, for sending in this testimonial and also for being here tonight. In addition, another one from Mike. Mike says, BNI has helped me build strong relationships with other business professionals, and it's not only worked great on my referral network, but as a learning tool to improve my networking and public speaking skills. So yes, when it boils down at the end of the day, you're here, you want to build your business, you want to make money, but more importantly, I know all of you are here because you truly want to impact the world around you in a positive and meaningful way. So let me ask you a question. This is probably one of my favorite questions to ask. Are you doing the activities necessary to get the results you say you desire? Right? If you want to take a screenshot of this, if you want to type this up and, put it over your computer or put it over the thing that you procrastinate using, this is one of the statements when I do coaching of business owners. This is a question I often ask them. Thinking back to referrals and lead generation and where your marketing dollars are going to, what activities do you need to be doing to get the results you say that you desire, right? So keep that in mind as we move forward, talking about what is BNI and how are you going to be selected. Now with BNI, we only allow one person per profession into any given chapter. When you decide to visit a BNI meeting, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and what partner page you should be going to, you're going to want to also make sure that you're filling out the application in a way that will help you to actually get approved by the membership committee. So to be selected, number one, you have to have a business in place. So congratulations, all of you that are here today have a business in place. Hopefully that business is a Powur business, or you're highly considering looking at becoming an independent consultant with Powur, which we would encourage you to do as well. You have to be willing to commit to weekly meetings. You heard Jonathan say 7 a.m. I myself was part of a 7 a.m. meeting for about 18 years, and I am not a morning person. But you know what? Thursdays were the best day for me because that's when my BNI meetings were. I was up before my competition was. I was in a room meeting with my referral partners while my competition was probably still in bed, right? So Thursdays were my best day because that is when my chapter meetings met. Not only do you need to make the time commitment, there is a small financial commitment as well, but as you heard Jonathan say, one deal and that more than pays for what the BNI membership would be. And the third thing is you have to believe in giver's gain. You really have to know that your business is built through farming and not just hunting. We hear oftentimes that your net worth is based off of your network, right? So building a network, building relationships, you're not just selling to the people in the room, you're selling through the people in your BNI chapter, right? You don't know who else they know and what contacts they have for you and those referrals that they can provide to you. So if you're interested in checking out BNI, there's a couple things that I'm going to ask that you do. The first thing is to either scan this QR code, or if you happen to be on your phone watching this, this will just simply take you to the webpage, bnipartner.com/power. So again, it's bnipartner.com/power. Everyone should go to that right now. Go ahead, it's okay. Go ahead and go to that. And what you're gonna do is when you get here, you're gonna put in your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number, and your zip code. And what that's gonna do is when you hit your zip code and then you hit submit, it's gonna take you to a map based off of the zip code that you searched for. And you will see here that there's several chapters, and if you then pick all specialties and you drop that down to solar, it's gonna show you the chapters in your area that have an opening for someone in the solar profession. Okay, so first it'll show you all the chapters. When you select solar, it will then take you to the chapters that have an opening for someone in your profession. When you do that, you can then check the seed chapter details, and you can also click to visit the chapter. When you click visit the chapter, it's going to take you to another page where you will be asked to put your email in again, and that is okay, because what will happen is that will register you to visit that chapter. You will then be able to determine and find out, is that chapter meeting via BNI online, which is using the Zoom platform, or are they meeting in person? Now, you're going to want to check to make sure that if they are meeting via BNI online, you'll still want to look to see what location they typically meet at in case they go back to an in-person meeting. So what'll happen is go ahead, pick a chapter, even visit 2. Try to get 1 or 2 visits in this week and go and check it out. Even though our agenda is typically the same, because it's made up of different people and different professions, every chapter is slightly different because there's different people in the room. And you need to find the room that is best for you. So we encourage you, visit a chapter or 2, find one that you really like, and then you can follow the application system from there. The other thing that's going to happen when you visit that partner page, the reason we only ask for a little bit of information is we know that you're coming from Powur. And our chapter placement concierge team will also reach out to you and help you select the best chapter. So if you visit 2 and you really don't know which one, our concierge team will be able to help you out and determine what one is best for you based off of being part of a solar industry, right? The other thing that we're going to ask you to do, and this is the most fun, is join us on Friday, September 17th, to learn more. What we're going to be doing, we have a little bit longer time on Friday. So between now and Friday, if you can visit a chapter or 2, please do so. On Friday, we're going to teach you that, again, it's not just about selling to your BNI members, it's actually building some relationships. Yes, some of them will become clients, but the goal is to get them to become some of your best cheerleaders and referral sources out there. We will help you to decide which chapter to actually apply to. We'll also talk about how you will turn in your application. What are some things you should say on your application so that the membership committee actually wants to have you as part of their team, right? You're looking at being part of a sales team when it comes to being part of a BNI member. In addition to that, we will then talk about, how you make payment. That's all through the corporate sites. And then we'll talk about what to do once you get inducted. Having a one-to-one with the local realtor, talking to some of the other trades guys and gals, maybe reaching out to the financial advisor and finding out, hey, do you have any clients that are very socially, conscious? How do you leverage some of those relationships and really decide how to, not just sell to, but sell through those strong referral partners? So again, one last time, bnipartner.com/power. That is the website you're going to want to go to. Do it tonight. Spend some time. You can go back a second time if you, if you're looking again, you want to check again. Don't worry, you won't get a bunch more calls. Once you're in the system, you're in the system. Our concierge team will know if you've been there more than once. As you heard from Jonathan, I'm Michelle Campbell. Our founder, Dr. Ivan Meisner, is known as the father of modern day networking. So he's got some amazing books out there. And then our CEO is Graham Waymiller. So if you need to get in touch with me, my email's on the screen. It's michelle@bni.com. I'm happy to answer any questions. But more importantly, please join us on Friday where you can learn even more about the how BNI. But what I want you to walk away with today is really thinking about what if. What if you had 30 referrals come in over the next year? What if you converted, like we said in the chat, 80 to 90% of those, right? If you're a BNI member here today, please share with your fellow Power folks how BNI has helped you not just financially grow, but also on the personal development side and the professional development side. And with that, one of my all-time favorite folks, Walt Disney, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So again, tonight, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you've gone to that partner page, and I see it's been listed in the chat a couple times, and make sure you join us on Friday. So screenshot this so you have that as well. And with that, I'll bring Jonathan back up, and Jim's coming up too, so thank you. You got this?
Nice job, Michelle. Give her a huge hand, everybody.
Excellent
Give her a
job.
huge hand. She's going to hang out here as we wrap up tonight.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I think you had something that you wanted to share.
Yes, for those of you that had your camera on, the winner is...
Drum roll.
Sorry,
please.
Charles, not you.
It's not Charles Thompson. It's not Michelle Bunch.
Isela Bonada. Isela.
Congratulations.
Isela,
Congratulations.
you are the lucky winner. There you are. Thanks for staying on.
And in closing, for those of you who are actively engaged in building your business and you want to join BNI, again, the training is going to be this Friday. More great information. And we were sharing backstage, that I sat down with Ivan Meisner many years ago through an organization we were both a part of, and something he shared with me, just one of the ideas stuck with me, and we've shared that here about the concept of gains, which is goals, accomplishments, interests, networks, and skills.
Yep.
And that kind of training is what they're going to bring to you on how to build a powerful network and the giver's gain. In other words, the idea is to connect on interests, but look for ways to add value to somebody else. And of course, that comes back to you.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So we look forward to, and those of you who are brand new, by the way, this is just one of the examples of what we do to help you build your business, to help accelerate the adoption of clean energy. And we couldn't be more excited to have you join us on this epic mission. There's obviously thousands of amazing people just like you who are wanting to have a better future, to make an incredible income, and to help homeowners save on their electric bills starting day one. So on behalf of myself and Michelle and Jonathan and the whole team here, thank you for your patience. Have an amazing night, and we'll look forward to connecting soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
I love seeing some of those people dance.
The future is now, not backing down, 'cause the future is now.